it is Coach Kara. So I wanted to come to you today quickly with this video. Before I begin, let me just say, if it seems as though I am speaking or talking differently, I probably am. I gave birth to a wisdom tooth a couple weeks ago, yet I am still quite numb. Okay? So just think nothing of it. All right, so if you've seen the title of the video, now I was already going to do this video. However, after watching Clickbait on Netflix, it's a mini drama series, and I won't give anything away, but it's quite interesting, and it kind of rolled right into what I was going to talk about anyway, so I just thought I would combine it and make it one. So listen, people, when I always tell you guys to always know who you are dealing with, who you are involved with, it is crucial, it is imperative, it is critical that you do. When I tell you guys this, I am serious as hell, because humans can be quite deceptive. And that's and I can kind of understand where the writer and producer are going with this when it comes to people. You know, deception it's a beast. And most people won't even be aware of it. So in this series, there are three primary couples that I believe, three primary couples. And of those three couples, one of the couples, the spouse, he noticed a change in character and made mention of it. The second couple, well, the one person changed characters and, boldly stated, "This is who I am, take it or leave it," which was quite a revelation, for someone who wasn't expecting that sort of character change. And then the last couple, well, this spouse, he had no clue that his significant other could have done this. So saying all of that, people can be quite deceptive. And this is why you should never let your guard down. You should never stop observing and watching your person. As humans, we're ever changing. I mean, we can change at the drop of the beat. I've seen it with my own eyes. And when I first seen this, it was when I was a young girl, maybe like 7. And when I seen that lady do something, I was in awe. Like, oh, wow. And I thought you were such a nice lady. I will never forget that. It's a secret I've kept with me all these years. And from that moment on, I just never would just see people for exactly who they are. I always know that there's something more to you. And it's not a fear or anything. It's just a reality. So when something occurs for me, and I've had many circumstances and situations occur right before my eyes, was I surprised by the person's behavior? No. If anything, I was more surprised that I was right there to be able to witness it. And guys, you have no idea. Like, when I say you should never drop the ball and become comfortable in your situationship, your relationship, your ship, it's key that you don't. It's really for your own good. And you shouldn't see it as a fear or, a responsibility. You should just see it as something that you have to do. It's kind of like every time you go outside, you should probably wear shoes. That sort of thing, And as I was pondering this topic, it made me think about my last relationship and how observant he was. Like, from the beginning, even when we were just besties and friends, I would notice he would see everything. And the reason I would notice that is because I'm highly observant. And I stayed that way for years while we were together. So, as did he. If you have something over here and then suddenly one day you move it in a different area, I want to know why. It's just picking up on little things. And I think as humans, we try to just dismiss certain things. Oh, okay, you did that. Okay, well, you don't question it, but you probably should. There's a reason for everything, guys. And I tell you, after watching this series, it was so surprising. The person I had in mind, I was completely wrong. I mean, I wasn't totally wrong. My instincts were there. But in the end, I was totally taken aback by the deception that transpired. I mean, there was deception throughout the entire thing. But I was just totally, and I think you will too if you haven't seen it. It's quite interesting. And yeah, guys, listen, you always want to know who the hell it is that's lying next to you at night. You want to know who you're waking up with, who's saying I love you. And like right after that, I don't know how I started watching Lifetime. I think I was cleaning and accidentally, hit the channel or whatever. And apparently the wife came to Paris to visit her husband, who travels, for business. And she just thought he was on a business trip. Well, come to find out, she discovered he was living a double life. He had a whole other family living at another mansion in some sort of embezzling and scandal or money laundering scandal. And she even watched him murder someone right before her very eyes. So when I say, guys, it was like an instinct. She had a notion just to suddenly just go and travel to see him. Your instincts your instincts never fail you. Your intuition is always right there for you. And out of the blue, she told a friend, I just want to surprise him. It was just so random, and it caught him off guard, So guys, never stop watching, never stop listening to what your person is saying. We're ever changing. And I just think, after watching that, I was like, whoa, like, I don't know how it is in other countries or whatever, but here in North America, one thing I know for certain is that humans are quite deceptive here. I've seen character changes, and I really can't put anything past anyone. I really can't. As I once heard, how does the phrase go? People have different faces for different times, for different people, in different places. Something like that. Shapeshifters. And I never forgot that. I learned that like in my mid-teens or something, and it stuck with me. But see, as a child, I was always quiet and watchful anyway. Like, I was like a babysitter's dream. So I watched everything, and I've been watching people since I was a very little girl. Since that incident, that I'm still surprised by this lady. Like, because if you see her, you're like, wow, she would never do that, and she did. Yeah. All right, guys. So I just wanted to come to you today about just knowing if you're sleeping with the enemy or not, who people really are, and just to always just be on guard with anyone. I don't care who it is. Just never let your guard down. Because at the end of the day, are people really who they say they are? All right, my loves, just thought I'd share that video with you while I'm waiting for mi madre. I hope this has been insightful for you, but I thank you for joining me. Until next time.